The Swain Event Podcast is brought to you by the Tennessee Department of Transportation. There are over 100 million pieces of litter on our beautiful Tennessee roadways, and TDOT spends $19 million a year picking it up. Join the Nobody Trashes Tennessee movement at NobodyTrashesTennessee.com. Brought to you by the Tennessee Department of Transportation.
865-255-03. It is time for Hour 3 here on the program. Ben McKee, Jason Swain, live from the Low T Center studio. Hope you are having a wonderful Tuesday. The official.
It's Red Plastic Cop
The
with some good
official.
news for you movie-making content creators.
The official UT license plate is available at Tennessee County Clerk locations across the state of Tennessee. Support student scholarships for UT students. alumni.utk.edu/license plate. As for the KA plate, that stands for Knoxville Alumni, that is the official UT license plate. $15 of your $35 plate fee will go to support the student scholarship. So let's get to Corey Duvall on the Irish Networks hotline. 90 days, no payment for business internet. Corey Duvall, good morning.
Good morning, y'all.
What's up?
What is up? Two of my favorite people to talk to.
Oh, man, I appreciate that.
Hey, I just wanted to kind of share a thought I had and a little bit of a, I wouldn't call it a nugget, but it's just something nice to hear, you know. I was listening to a snippet. I can't remember who posted it on Twitter, but it was a snippet of what Heupel cracking a joke on Hubs for still using a wake-up call, which to me I thought was just absolutely hilarious.
Hubs was mad about that wake-up call, too, because the hotel that we stayed at, it didn't change its clocks overnight. So instead of the 6:30 wake-up call that he requested, he got 5:30.
Oh, gosh. It'd be good for him to wake up when most of us working folks wake up, you know what I mean?
Yeah, on a Sunday morning.
Yeah, ooh, whoa. Okay, yeah, no, that's not good. Not good at all. I bet he was mad. But yeah, I watched that video, and I started thinking to myself, I was like, man, how do you not like this guy? He just repeatedly, time and time again, gives me reasons to like him even more. And I've been really trying my best to not dive in with both feet. And I'm not trying to say it's battered ball syndrome or anything. I'm just saying I'm cautiously optimistic with him because he's shown that he is a good coach. Obviously, this team's playing above their head. We're at such a talent deficit, it's unbelievable, and I don't think it gets talked about enough nationally, which, for my part of it, who cares? We're proud of it. That's really all that should matter. We're proud of our team, and they're playing hard. But I'll leave this with you guys, and I won't take up too much time. But I was talking to a young man yesterday. I will not say who he was. I'll only say he plays for a local high school team, and I'll leave it alone. But I was talking to him yesterday, and he said, you know what? He said, if they were recruiting me, I would absolutely 100% be listening because he said, that is a staff I would like to play for. Those are genuine dudes. And he said, you can just see it in the way that they react with one another and interact with themselves and their players and their team and on and on and on. And I thought, if that is resonating with a kid that's maybe not even a sophomore in high school, this bunch will get it done in one shape, form, or fashion. But I'll leave that with you guys. Appreciate the call, appreciate the time, and appreciate the show, guys.
Hey, thank you. Yeah, my first time meeting Josh Heupel, I came back and told y'all, I was like, yeah, it was different. It was different meeting this coach. It was different. And I said he seemed very, very genuine, and that's what I'm hearing about him. And it's from the moment that I met him up into today, I haven't heard anybody have a difference of opinion or different experience. And how many times have you heard on this show during coaching searches that all Tennessee needs is a good coach and a good person? Because we are going to respond in the best way. Our fan base will embrace a good coach who's a good person. The recruiting will take care of itself if you have a good coach who's a good person. Like, this is a place where those two things, you're good to go. Not every place can say that. Like, you can be a good coach and good person in Miami, but I don't know how much it's going to matter. Because the fan base is not like Tennessee's fan base. You can be a good coach and good person at USC, but who really cares about USC football right now on the West Coast? There's so many distractions. Tennessee is the show inside of the state. Tennessee football is the show. So you're going to get that support.
I was told the Titans were the show.
It's the Vols, man. It's Tennessee football. More people are more passionate about Tennessee football than they are the Titans. And so when you get that confidence as a fan, especially as a booster, think about the boosters that were like, I'm not participating with this dude, Pruitt. I'm not participating with this dude or this guy. But think about the boosters who now want to participate, that say, okay, this guy's genuine. What can we do to help? Let's work together. Let's get this done. I think Josh Heupel is reuniting more than just fans, but boosters too. If you meet him, you'll see it. You'll see it quick. And for a lot of people, you're not even, you haven't met him and you're seeing it.
What you see in the press conference is not Josh Heupel. That is a theatric for the press conference. And what Coratenval was explaining with a young man that he spoke to yesterday, that's what I get from all the recruits that I speak with. And I don't think it's lip service just because they're talking to somebody that covers Tennessee either. I think they are being genuine.
The clip, you mentioned that's not Josh Heupel in the press conference, but that clip was technically right before the press conference. Mm-hmm. Was that the real Josh Heupel?
Yes.
Okay. So
go. It was So
that was pre press conference. Josh Heupel.
That was Heupel walking in, being Heupel, and I forget who tweeted it off the top of my head, or so I tell y'all to go watch it. But
I think it was
Zach. I'm blanking on his last name. The guy Charlie works with. My bad, Zach. I'm blanking on your last name.
Reagan?
Though I know. Yes, Zach Reagan. Thank you. He tweeted out the video of Heupel messing with Hubs. Go watch that clip that Zach tweeted out, and then go watch the press conference, because I was sitting there laughing to myself when the press conference started, because it's like a flip switch. It's like Heupel flipped the switch. He went around. He went from being this joking guy to just being straight and to the point, and he does that on purpose because he does not want to give anything to anybody, to other teams, to Georgia. He just is not going to give anything in his press conference, and you see that. Go watch the video of him messing with Hubs before the press conference, and then watch the very start of his press conference when he makes an opening statement. He flips switch. He's nice, not trying to say like he's mean or anything during his press conference. He just doesn't give much. He doesn't peel back the curtain very much like a Mike Leach, and I know Mike Leach is the extreme, but he doesn't really give much context. It's very straight and to the point. I've gotten to a point now where I can pretty much tell you what his answers are going to be, and I know his favorite phrases and favorite cliches and what he likes to talk about and what he doesn't like to talk about. I can tell you what he's going to say when Tennessee needs to, when he's asked what Tennessee needs to do to win. We need to do the ordinary at an extremely efficient clip.
That's true.
He loves to say that. So what you see in the press conference is not the true Josh Heupel, and the recruits love him. The players love him. Go watch Alante and him celebrate on the sideline together, and then go watch Alante talk about it in his press conference yesterday, in his immediate availability yesterday. These recruits recognize it. They enjoy being around Heupel, and I think they're being genuine as well.
865-255-03 is the telephone number to the Irish Networks hotline. Hour 3 is powered by Low T Center and lowtcenter.com, reinventing men's healthcare. Take a look at the text box. Vol in Dog Country says it was funny when Heupel was talking about the jump with Alante. Vol Preacher says, do you think Beasley is dealing with an injury? He seems to be playing at a higher level earlier this year. Well, I mean, he could be banged up. I mean, everyone's banged up at this point of the season. So you could look at that. Also, you look at that was a bad matchup for Beasley against Kentucky. I mean, you got some big country corn-fed boys going up against a undersized linebacker. I mean, that was just a bad matchup. Yep. I wouldn't try to read too much into this. He just had a bad day.
Well, what I don't like is that it's been back-to-back games in which he has played really, really poorly. Alabama and
I wonder why.
And Kentucky, and also bled a little bit into the Ole Miss game, and maybe it is the opponent, but I felt like he was making a ton of progress. I believe I got on these airwaves earlier last month and talked about how much I liked how much Aaron Beasley was improving, and it does seem like he's taken a step back the last couple of weeks. It's the missed tackles in the backfield that frustrate me to no end. When you have a clear shot at the running back and you can prevent a 7, 8, 9 yard gain if you just make a tackle at the line of scrimmage or in the backfield. And there's no reason that an SEC linebacker at this level should be missing some of the tackles that he misses. And it's not just him. I'm singling him out because his name came up specifically. There's others on that defense. 22 is just as bad, if not worse. Jeremy Banks missed some tackles as well against Kentucky. There were a lot of guys that missed a lot of tackles against Kentucky, in which Tennessee had Chris Rodriguez, Kavashier Spoke, Will Levis in the backfield at the line of scrimmage, and they don't bring them to the ground, and they scored out for 6, 7, 8 yards. Or, as Heupel pointed out yesterday, you have the guy wrapped up, but he's able to fall forward for 2, 3, 4 extra yards.
Dude, that was what I was mentioning on Volcast. I was like, yo, they are falling forward way too much, and Will Levis is falling forward. He's running through arm tackles. He's getting 2 extra yards after contact. That can't happen. That can't happen to a Tennessee linebacker. So, listen, I'm not saying that Aaron Beasley's play hasn't fell off. I understand who Aaron Beasley is, but I also understand that the competition has been better too. So he is who we have. It is what it is. And he has to play better. But Tennessee has to go out there and recruit better too. They gotta create some more depth. They gotta give themselves some more options at that position. And Aaron Beasley has to play better. And then we also have to understand that the competition is better. And that it is at the end of the season where everyone knows your weakness. Everyone knows your weakness. We know their weakness. They know our weakness. Now it's about exploiting it. Coaches can't play the games. So the coaches only have a few days to dump all the knowledge they have into the players, and the players think like them and execute. If you put the coaches' minds inside the player's body, that'd be perfect. But that's not the case. So you try to dump as much as you can. All the film study the coaches have done that week, everything, into those couple days of work on the field, in the film room. And whoever blinks, whoever makes the most mistakes will be the team that lose. Most of the time. I mean, you could have basically a perfect game offensively on the stat sheet and still lose. Go for 600 yards, 75% on third down.
100% in the red zone. 99
plays. Dominate time of possession. Still lose. You can still do that. Hour 3. Powered by Low T Center and lowtcenter.com.
Hour 3 of the Swain event is brought to you by the Low T Center and lowtcenter.com. Do you know your numbers? Feel like you again. Let us help.
Is that as low as you can go? Okay, thank you. Hello, is that as low as you can go? Okay, thank you.
What are you doing?
Calling around to get the best rate on a car loan.
Why? Everyone knows Alcoa 10 is the best choice to purchase a vehicle or refinance your current loan. And with low interest rates and 90 days to your first payment, it's a no-brainer. You can even apply online and sign all the documents from the convenience of your home.
Yeah, I don't know what I was thinking.
Alcoa 10 Credit Union. It's so easy. Go to atfcu.com for details. Rates are dependent on credit score and equal housing lender.
When you start your own business, you know that branding can make or break a new venture. That's why Swain Event relies on 42nd Street. 42nd Street is a strategy agency focused on finding creative, open-minded, results-driven solutions to brand design. After over a decade of operations in East Tennessee, the brand architects at 42nd Street have the experience and creative know-how to ensure the success of your business branding, logo, web presence, and more. To see a real-life example of their amazing work, you can check out our website at swainevent.com. Don't trust the branding of your business to just anyone. Check out my friends at 42nd Street online at 42st.com or give them a call at 865-382-7007. 42nd Street, brand, strategy, design.
Top 100 barbecue restaurant Dead End Barbecue is a no-brainer when you are craving the smoky flavor of quality Q. Dead End makes it easy to enjoy their fantastic menu with online ordering from Chow Now for pickup. Or if you don't feel like leaving the house, then have Dead End Barbecue delivered right to your door by Loco Knoxville or Bite Squad. Cheer on your favorite team with the best barbecue around. Check them out online at deadendbbq.com. Dead End Barbecue. The search is over.
Fellas, when it's time to freshen up that wardrobe, there's only one play to make, and that's to go see my friends at Mark Nelson Denim in downtown Knoxville. Find the latest in small batch denim in the heart of Knoxville. Denim isn't all they do, though. Mark Nelson also does custom suiting and blazers. Let your personal style shine with Mark Nelson. If you don't have time to go shopping for yourself, but still want that fresh look, then sign up for the NN Society. Let the experts handle the shopping and get $300 worth of merchandise for just $150 every other month. That's 6 times per year to keep you looking styling every day. Let Mark Nelson Denim help you be the best you, because when you look good, you feel good. Go to marknelsondenim.com.
Good morning, Swain Event crew. Fall is here, and according to the big box stores, it's Christmas time too. This time of year is traditionally a busy one for the East Tennessee real estate market, and it will continue through the end of 2021 as well. Most people think the holidays aren't the right time to buy and sell. However, it is one of the best times to jump in the market. To find out more, just give me a call, Jennifer Morris, Keller Williams Realty, at 865-257-7897, or email me at jennifermorris865@gmail.com. And go Vols!
JC's Tree and Landscaping Service specializes in quality tree work done at an affordable price. Trimming and removing trees are their specialty. They also offer other services like land clearing, stump grinding, crane services, and all of your basic landscaping needs for both commercial and residential. JC's will give you a free estimate and beat any written quote by a competitor to guarantee that you get the lowest price around. Don't risk your land with a fly-by-night service. JC's Tree and Landscaping is licensed and insured. Give them a call at 865-599-3799. Litter is a big problem in Tennessee, but together we can do big things. We can make our cities, our waterways, our roads cleaner and safer. The Tennessee Department of Transportation is committed to reducing litter in our communities, but we need your help to do it. There are over 100 million pieces of litter in our roads at any given time, and it costs TDOT about $19 million a year just to clean it up. The first step to keeping Tennessee beautiful is to rally behind these 3 simple words. Nobody trashes Tennessee. Join the Nobody Trashes Tennessee movement at nobodytrashestennessee.com. We're here with Dr. Michael Carlson of Tennessee Regenerative Sports Medicine to discuss PRP, platelet-rich plasma. If you have orthopedic injuries such as shoulder pain, knee pain, Achilles tendonitis, or tennis elbow, you should give them a call.
Good to be back, Jason. We specialize in non-surgical orthopedics, so we treat damaged tendons, ligaments, and joints, including rotator cuff injuries, knee injuries, and elbow and foot problems by using ultrasound-guided injections with PRP. And this form of treatment helps stimulate the body's own reparative process and assist in the healing of damaged tissue.
Doc, what makes your training different than others?
I've been practicing in Knoxville for over 26 years, and I'm certified in interventional regenerative orthopedic medicine through the American Academy of Orthopedic Medicine. They've been the leader in this form of treatment since 1983. I also teach this form of treatment on a national and international basis to other physicians, residents, and medical students. Here in our clinic, I'm the one doing the procedure, and we're using your own PRP, which are concentrated platelets, to treat your injury. So in other words, Jason, it comes from you and it goes back to you. So you know exactly what you're getting and know exactly the level of training involved.
Do what the pros, college athletes, and I have done, and visit them online at trsportsmedicine.com. Tennessee Regenerative Sports Medicine, East Tennessee's leader in PRP therapy.
More and more Tennessee businesses are switching to Iris networks for reliable, local, high-quality, high-speed business fiber internet. Iris provides direct internet access from 10 megs to 10 gigs with no payments for 90 days. Iris also offers next-generation business phones with work-from-anywhere capability from the mobile or laptop app. With local sales, support, and service, Iris is a partner in the community. Learn more at irisnetworkusa.com or call 865-448-IRIS. Iris Networks, a Tennessee business connecting Tennessee businesses.
Hour 3 of the Swain event is brought to you by the Low T Center and lowtcenter.com. Do you know your numbers? Feel like you again. Let us help.
Swain Event, SwainEvent.com, fueled by Dead End Barbecue, top 100 barbecue restaurant in America. Joined now by Austin Price of VolQuest.com. His time is brought to you by Jennifer Morris of Keller Williams Realty. AP, good morning.
What's up, Jason Swain?
What's up, what's up, what's up? Lot of positive momentum right now for Tennessee football. You are the recruiting expert. How has that positive momentum benefited Tennessee in recruiting circles right now with some of their prospects?
Well, I think they've continued to get warmer and warmer receptions when they make phone calls or, when they've been out on the road like they were a couple of weeks ago. People can see the difference in the program. People can see, kind of the way they're playing, how hard they're playing, what they're getting out of some of these kids and the development. And so, it's making, players give Tennessee a harder look. Ones that were like, I don't think so. Or like, well, maybe I will give them a look, And doesn't mean they're going to, have this, big swoon of commitments in the next, week or so. But I do think that, they have a chance and they are poised to close pretty strong over the next 6 weeks if things continue the way they are.
Is the recruitment of Walter Nolan over?
I don't know, man. I mean, I'd be lying if I told you yes or no. What does Tennessee want to do? Walter's people have continued to reiterate that they're going to be over for the Georgia game Saturday, but does Tennessee want to fool with the hoopla surrounding it? I'm not sure. At this point, he went to Texas A&M 3 times in the last 5 weeks for a reason. And so when I look at, kind of how his recruitment, developed and kind of taken place, it just feels like, it's not over. But again, I'm not sure that Tennessee, has a firm decision on whether they want to continue on or not, or just let him go to A&M. I know people don't understand that. They're like, wait, what? What? But like, when you have other factors going on around it and stuff, it makes, it makes things more, interesting, down the stretch. I would say that it's not over if you're asking me to put money on it. If I was betting your money, Ben, I would bet it's not over, and I'm not trying to lose your money. I would just say that I've seen recruiting happen too many times before where, it's just never quite over. But I think Saturday will tell the tale. If he's there, that means Tennessee wanted him there and he wanted to be there. If he's not, then, I would say the chances of, flipping Walter Nolan before signing day drop, not to zero, but I think they drop.
Austin, why we don't see Georgia and Alabama more in the mix for Walter Nolan?
Well, I think ultimately they've, decided to go in a different direction. Why is Alabama all of a sudden, not, recruiting Evan Stewart is hard? He's a top 30 talent. Ultimately, if the kid doesn't match what you're looking for, or the, kind of the makeup of your team, do you go down that road? Ultimately, that's what all college coaches are trying to decide. The last thing you want is, a kid to come there that don't, match with what you're looking for, or, vice versa. You don't want a kid just to come. Some kids might just go to a school because, it's Alabama. I want to go to Alabama. Alabama will take me. I'll go there. Even though that kid's like, no, I really don't like it there. So when they get there and they still don't like it, and then they're not playing, and Walter would play. Walter's a good player. He's going to play wherever he goes. I'm just saying, I'm giving you the other side of this from the player's perspective. It works both ways. It's not just a team doesn't match a player. Sometimes a player doesn't match a program, or doesn't like or really enjoy, the place he's at. And so, you have to kind of go for the right reasons. Go for the development of your position coach. Go because you like the school. Go because you like the people that you're going to be, living with and practicing with in the next 4 years. Again, you have to go for all the right reasons and not for the wrong reasons. And so, we'll see what happens.
For sure. Give us the list of running backs that Tennessee is targeting at this point of this recruiting cycle.
Well, Justin Williams, a young man from East Paulding, he'll be in town this weekend. Committed to West Virginia, has been to Alabama and Auburn in the last month. Both those schools, have shown him real interest. Now, they are also recruiting other backs, so, that doesn't mean he's the top of their board, but they have enough interest in him to bring him in for real visits. And then after that, Tennessee's, Jerry Max, quietly, worked Dallin Hayden. I can see Tennessee giving Jordan James another look. I think he's poised to have another big run in the playoffs. But, that's kind of the three that I think Tennessee's kind of at least looking at as they look for a second back in this class.
Austin, you mentioned the possibility of Walter making his way south to Neyland Stadium, and you mentioned Justin Williams, the West Virginia running back commit. Who else do you anticipate being on campus, and what are those storylines that you're really paying attention to this weekend, recruiting-wise?
Well, the main one's DeMario Tolan for me. He's been committed to LSU, but he really liked Tennessee before he committed. Providing he gets back up here this weekend. And again, anytime you're talking about a kid from 2 or 3 states over, like Tolan is from Florida, it's not always a lock that they're going to be able to make the trip. Best laid plans, the 23 quarterback, Nico, and I don't know
Lamaliva.
Name. You said Lamaliva. Now, he was supposed to be here for the Ole Miss game last month, and, plane, got changed, and all of a sudden he wasn't going to be able to make it in. So, again, best laid plans. But it would be, if he can make it in, it's DeMario Tolan. Because, Tennessee needs really good players on defense, and he would be a nice, even though I think it's still a touch raw, he's got all kinds of talent. And then we'll see, if anybody else makes it up. Does Joshua Joseph make it back up to town? What about, a guy like James Pierce? Does he make it up for a third time unofficially? Those are kind of things I'm looking for is, the defensive guys, the guys that Tennessee really needs to add. Look, Josh Heupel's shown I can take a guy that was at USC 2 years ago, a guy that was at Mississippi State 8 months ago, a guy that was at Virginia Tech a year ago, a guy that, that was in JUCO a year ago and go, score points and win ball games. Tennessee's really thin, though, on defense. And they're really thin on the offensive line. Like, to me, if that's where you're going to, kind of approach the rest of this class and or that transfer portal, probably portal more along the lines of the offensive line, those are the areas you really need to hit. So that's why all the defensive guys are people I'm really watching, this weekend.
Last thing before we get you out of here, your thoughts on the football game this weekend?
The Georgia game?
Yeah, that game.
Yeah, it's going to be a tough game for Tennessee. I think it all depends on how they start. They've started quick with everybody. Can they start quick with Georgia? And if they do, Georgia's not going to blink. They're really good. These kids are, and they're really deep. But how much confidence does that give Tennessee? And can Tennessee do what they did with Alabama? Can they get to the start of the fourth quarter in a close ball game, one possession game, whatever, and then create some doubt? They weren't able to create doubt at Bama. Bama always felt like offensively they could get whatever they needed to get. Can Tennessee scheme it up enough defensively to make it harder on Georgia in their ability to score? Can Tennessee get off the field on third down? I think that's where this game is really won. Everybody wants to go talk about Tennessee's ability to score. You've got to score points to win a football game. Tennessee's not beating Georgia 7-6. But to me, the real key in this game is Tennessee's defense versus Georgia's offense. Can Tennessee lull Georgia into, a fourth quarter fight where Georgia's offense has really struggled and, you're playing a game in the 20s? If that's the case, then Tennessee, who knows? Again, no one's going to give Tennessee a chance, and rightfully so based off the fact that Georgia's been just so dominant. But while you play the game, no one expected A&M to lose to Mississippi State at home and then turn around and beat Alabama at home. No one expected, Purdue to beat third-ranked Michigan State and 2-seed Iowa. Now, with that said, Michigan State and Iowa, they're not Georgia. But, again, that's why you play the game. You just never know how a game unfolds, especially, when you get Neal and rocking.
That's why they play the game, man. I heard a SEC assistant coach say that this past week. So that's why you play the game. And the game will be played for sure on CBS. Austin, and thanks so much for the time, man. I know you're a busy man. Thanks for joining us for a couple minutes to drop some recruiting news, as always.
Appreciate it, guys. Thank you.
Austin Price, VolQuest.com. Jennifer Morris with Keller Williams Realty. Give her a phone call at 865-257-7897 if you are looking to buy, sell, or invest in real estate. Email her at jennifermorris865@gmail.com. Looking to buy? You looking to sell? Are you looking to invest? Do you need real estate advice? Do you need real estate help? Jennifer Morris, Keller Williams Realty. Again, 865-257-7897. Be right back.
Hour 3 of the Swain event is brought to you by the Low T Center and lowtcenter.com. Do you know your numbers? Feel like you again. Let us help.
Is that as low as you can go? Okay, thank you. Hello, is that as low as you can go? Okay, thank you.
What are you doing?
Calling around to get the best rate on a car loan.
Why? Everyone knows Alcoa 10 is the best choice to purchase a vehicle or refinance your current loan. And with low interest rates and 90 days to your first payment, it's a no-brainer. You can even apply online and sign all the documents from the convenience of your home.
Yeah, I don't know what I was thinking.
Alcoa 10 Credit Union. It's so easy. Go to atfcu.com for details. Rates are dependent on credit score and equal housing lender.
When you start your own business, you know that branding can make or break a new venture. That's why Swain Event relies on 42nd Street. 42nd Street is a strategy agency focused on finding creative, open-minded, results-driven solutions to brand design. After over a decade of operations in East Tennessee, the brand architects at 42nd Street have the experience and creative know-how to ensure the success of your business branding, logo, web presence, and more. To see a real-life example of their amazing work, you can check out our website at swainevent.com. Don't trust the branding of your business to just anyone. Check out my friends at 42nd Street online at 42st.com or give them a call at 865-382-7007. 42nd Street, brand, strategy, design.
Top 100 barbecue restaurant Dead End Barbecue is a no-brainer when you are craving the smoky flavor of quality Q. Dead End makes it easy to enjoy their fantastic menu with online ordering from Chow Now for pickup. Or if you don't feel like leaving the house, then have Dead End Barbecue delivered right to your door by Loco Knoxville or Bite Squad. Cheer on your favorite team with the best barbecue around. Check them out online at deadendbbq.com. Dead End Barbecue. The search is over.
Good morning, Swain Event crew. Fall is here, and according to the big box stores, it's Christmas time too. This time of year is traditionally a busy one for the East Tennessee real estate market, and it will continue through the end of 2021 as well. Most people think the holidays aren't the right time to buy and sell. However, it is one of the best times to jump in the market. To find out more, just give me a call, Jennifer Morris, Keller Williams Realty, at 865-257-7897, or email me at jennifermorris865@gmail.com. And go Vols!
JC's Tree and Landscaping Service specializes in quality tree work done at an affordable price. Trimming and removing trees are their specialty. They also offer other services like land clearing, stump grinding, crane services, and all of your basic landscaping needs for both commercial and residential. JC's will give you a free estimate and beat any written quote by a competitor to guarantee that you get the lowest price around. Don't risk your land with a fly-by-night service. JC's Tree and Landscaping is licensed and insured. Give them a call at 865-599-3799. Litter is a big problem in Tennessee, but together we can do big things. We can make our cities, our waterways, our roads cleaner and safer. The Tennessee Department of Transportation is committed to reducing litter in our communities, but we need your help to do it. There are over 100 million pieces of litter in our roads at any given time, and it costs TDOT about $19 million a year just to clean it up. The first step to keeping Tennessee beautiful is to rally behind these 3 simple words. Nobody trashes Tennessee. Join the Nobody Trashes Tennessee movement at nobodytrashestennessee.com. We're here with Dr. Michael Carlson of Tennessee Regenerative Sports Medicine to discuss PRP, platelet-rich plasma. If you have orthopedic injuries such as shoulder pain, knee pain, Achilles tendonitis, or tennis elbow, you should give them a call.
Good to be back, Jason. We specialize in non-surgical orthopedics, so we treat damaged tendons, ligaments, and joints, including rotator cuff injuries, knee injuries, and elbow and foot problems by using ultrasound-guided injections with PRP. And this form of treatment helps stimulate the body's own reparative process and assist in the healing of damaged tissue.
Doc, what makes your training different than others?
I've been practicing in Knoxville for over 26 years, and I'm certified in interventional regenerative orthopedic medicine through the American Academy of Orthopedic Medicine. They've been the leader in this form of treatment since 1983. I also teach this form of treatment on a national and international basis to other physicians, residents, and medical students. Here in our clinic, I'm the one doing the procedure, and we're using your own PRP, which are concentrated platelets, to treat your injury. So in other words, Jason, it comes from you and it goes back to you. So you know exactly what you're getting and know exactly the level of training involved.
Do what the pros, college athletes, and I have done, and visit them online at trsportsmedicine.com. Tennessee Regenerative Sports Medicine, East Tennessee's leader in PRP therapy.
More and more Tennessee businesses are switching to Iris Networks for reliable, local, high-quality, high-speed business fiber internet. Iris provides direct internet access from 10 megs to 10 gigs with no payments for 90 days. Iris also offers next-generation business phones with work-from-anywhere capability from the mobile or laptop app. With local sales, support, and service, Iris is a partner in the community. Learn more at irisnetworkusa.com or call 865-448-IRIS. Iris Networks, a Tennessee business connecting Tennessee businesses.
Hour 3 of the Swain event is brought to you by the Low T Center and lowtcenter.com. Do you know your numbers? Feel like you again. Let us help.
Deep Blue Sea. Did you see my movies? We got Samuel L. Jackson. Vol Storm on the Irish Network's hotline. Vol Storm, good morning.
It ate me. A damn shark ate me.
You're so loud.
Hey, have we heard anything about Jay Wade's internet yet?
Man, let me ask him. We'll find out.
I tuned in for like...
You think he ever watched the end of the game?
He's still trying to watch. It's still buffering.
It's still buffering.
I checked on it like 3 seconds. For like 3 seconds at one point, like during a timeout in the second quarter. I was like, I wonder how the Volcast is going. So I clicked on it on YouTube, and like Jay Wade was struggling. I could see his internet was struggling, and I could only think, I know that's irritating Swain right now.
What was funny is, like, through the first half, I was about on sync with Swain, and then he was a couple seconds ahead of me, which was no big deal. But Wade was so far behind.
Oh, man, it was hilarious, man. Because, like I had the reaction, and, like, it was like he wasn't listening to me at all. Like, he didn't, like, hear our reaction that was obviously positive, so he should have known that a positive play was coming. And then, like, he was reacting like he didn't hear us. Like, he didn't expect the positive play to happen. It was weird.
He finally told you to be quiet.
Yeah, I told him to shove it.
Don't react to this. Don't react to this.
And I didn't for a while, but after the receiver made started making plays, I had to tell him to shove it.
Guys, I made a point a couple of weeks ago for Vol fans, so I'm gonna do it this week since it's Georgia week on the show. I need everybody to go out, go to Walmart, go to Dollar Tree, wherever, and get you one of those squirt bottles and fill it up with water. So this week, and especially, at the tailgate, whenever one of those inbred Georgia fans comes up and starts barking at you, squirt it with the spray bottle and tell them bad dog.
Bad boy.
Bad dog.
Bad boy.
Don't listen, Ace. I'm not talking about you.
He's asleep right now.
I have not heard him at all today.
He's knocked out, man.
He came up and made sure to sniff me in my crotch when I got here.
Yeah, he gonna do that, man. Make sure that you took a shower last night.
You gotta check my temperament.
Yeah,
he's like, where you been?
Yeah, we went. Well, I ran him yesterday, like late last night, like 10 p.m. So that's probably why he's tired today, this morning.
I figured you gave him a couple Benadryl this morning.
No, not today, man. Sometimes I have to give him a little CBD, but not today. I ran him a lot yesterday, played fetch last night, so that's probably why he's chilling. He tired.
Oh, my goodness. Hey, guys, before I go, there's a special at Kroger this week on cookies. See you, bud!
Well, I get him at Kroger when you can get him free. Tell him you know Alante Taylor. Alante with the shimmy. It was good. I forgot to ask Ramon what he thought of the shimmy, because they are in the same fraternity.
Did Ramon join the Volcast?
No, man. It was too much going on, man. That was he would have if I had reached out, but I think 3 people is enough. 4 people is probably too much, and it was just a lot.
I think we should call Ramon up right now and get him on to talk about the Steelers game last night.
Well, he has a show right now going on in Nashville.
Well, I think he'll dip out on that one for us.
Yeah, I don't want to talk about the damn game, Steelers game. I don't want to talk about it. I've moved on. Let's move on. You know how people do that to us when something's like super fresh?
Nope. 24-hour rule. So I've got till midnight tonight.
Something can like happen right now, and if someone don't like it, they'll be like, "Just move on. Just move on." Nah, I don't care. We can talk about the game, man.
As you like to say, we ain't on the team.
I'm encouraged by Justin Fields, and that's for me. That's that's the most important thing. We'll have a new coach. We'll have a new GM. But I am encouraged by the young nucleus.
I like Justin Fields. I just hate that.
You hate what?
He plays for an organization that doesn't do right by its quarterbacks.
Don't do right by its quarterbacks? Mm-hmm. What are you talking about? You don't do right by them? Or we just haven't had good ones?
Both.
We overpaid for Jay Cutler.
I mean, Jay Cutler, y'all were lucky to have Jay Cutler. Should have won far more, but couldn't surround him with anything.
Well, we gave him Brandon Marshall.
Oh, Brandon Marshall.
What are you talking about? Brandon Marshall was a stud.
Yeah, but he's a little diva.
What is Jay Cutler?
Redneck.
Don't get me started, man. Don't get me started. Don't get me started. Do not get me started, Ben.
I'm just glad after a hard fought Monday night win on a short week, the Steelers have a bye this Sunday.
I'm glad. Get your rest.
Against the Lions.
Get your rest. Oh, yeah, it's going to be ugly. It is Men's Health Month in November, gentlemen, and that means that you should pay more attention to your health and get all of your levels tested with the comprehensive health assessment at the Low T Center. They will check all of your levels, not just your testosterone levels. They also specialize in men's wellness. So if you're feeling tired, you're feeling grumpy, you've noticed that weight gain or the loss of muscle mass, these can be signs that you need to pay attention to. Low T Center is offering the convenience of monitored self-inject at home testosterone treatments. They're only $155 a month for self-pay or covered by most health insurance. So let me say that again. $155 a month for monitored self-inject treatments, and they will ship directly to you. Right there on the front porch, right there in front of your garage, right there wherever you want it to be shipped to, they bring it to you. That is right. LowTCenter.com, reinventing men's healthcare. Got about 4 or 5 minutes left in the show. SC Vol 24. Yep. College Station the last past 3 out of the 5 weeks. Yep. Oh, I'll say this.
Oh, you mean
sorry, folks on the text box. I got to make this point.
Traveling to A&M 3 out of 5 weeks.
I got to make this point. So for me, Walter Nolan is a good player. Don't get me wrong. But the fact that Georgia and Alabama not really on him.
And you can read between the lines of what Austin was saying.
Oh yeah, I like, and I'm saying this to try to help the people who this week are flabbergasted and distraught and don't know what we're going to do without Walter Nolan if he doesn't come here. Like, this is for you. I'm trying to help you out. Because we do have some folks that live and die by this recruiting stuff, and they are on this emotional roller coaster, and what they think, like perception-wise, they roll with that, and they just don't understand. And listen, I have to be set down and explain, and I'm on the inside. So recruiting is the most fluid thing in college football. It changes by the second. So for me, yeah, he's a good player. He has a chance to be a good player at the next level, but he's gonna have to turn it up. He's gonna need a coach that can recruit him quick, fast, and in a hurry. I think Walter's Instagram post let us know last week, that he's still enjoying the recruiting process. And so that the recruitment has to happen fast. He has to embrace that, understand that once you sign, it's time to get to work and the fun is over. The fact that Georgia and Alabama said, nah, I'm good, that to me raises a little bit of eyebrow. And listen, Austin said it, maybe it's fits. But if it was one of those, that would be more understandable than two. So A&M, out of all these schools, that like A&M in Tennessee, I just thought that was. I just think that's weird. But if you continue to recruit him, cool. If you don't, cool. I'm really good either way, to be honest. I don't really care.
Yeah, and this isn't a reaction to him committing to A&M. You and I have been having this conversation off the air for months now, since the start of the high school football season, quite frankly. He is very gifted, naturally gifted. He is a freak of an athlete for his size. His get-off is remarkable. He puts his paws on you and you're done. But it's the consistency that needs to take place, and quite frankly, he has some maturing that needs to be done, and it's kind of baffling to me that he would not want to learn from Rodney Garner, a coach that is going to prepare him on and off the field, and Rodney Garner is exactly what Walter needs. So I don't think it will be as if he does ultimately go to A&M, I don't think it will be as big of a loss as you would think when looking at the recruiting ranking. Quite frankly, I don't think he is a top 5 player, number 1 overall player in the country right now. He may prove to be once he gets to college. He has the potential to be, but right now he's not. And whether he goes to A&M, whether he ends up flipping to Tennessee, I don't expect him to make an impact as a true freshman. He's got a lot of growing to do, and I would be saying that and tempering expectations if he had picked Tennessee.
I'll say this on the way out. There's not an assistant coach that has coached at the University of Tennessee in the last 20 years that I have more confidence in than Rodney Garner. Like, now one coach. So my faith and trust is 1,000% in Rodney Garner. He has earned it. From his time here, the first stop, Georgia, Auburn, go look at his track record. So Rodney Garner is the best. I trust Rodney Garner here. So do your thing, coach. Do your thing. For Ben McKee, I'm Jason Swain. Hope you have a great day, a blessed day. Swain Event fueled by Dead End Barbecue. Peace and love. We are out.